I'm just choosing all of the options. Because I need to show all this game has to offer. It's not much. Spoiler alert.
Is that a urination prompt, or I can put the toilet seat down prompt?
It's a flush prompt.
Wow.
Holy shit, Ethan, you're learning! That prompt wouldn't work for a bit. Let's see,
The box from the locker. What am I gonna find inside?
I don't know.
I took a
Have
room
to
in the
look.
first motel I saw.
Probably a good idea.
Am I the one who
Schizophrenic?
put this box in the locker? I don't remember.
That wouldn't be schizophrenia, David
Shoot.
Cage!
I know.
That's
What's the connection
dissociative
to
identity
Sean's disappearance?
disorder.
I know! You didn't do your
Gotta open
research!
it
At least he
and
did a
find out
little
what's
bit of
inside.
research.
Schizo's completely
with Beyond Two
different.
Souls. I know. At least he did a little bit of research with Beyond Two Souls as opposed to this game.
Because I am, like, pretty fucking sure you don't have blackouts with schizo. Because
Not
schizo...
usually. It's just like hallucinations.
Yeah, it's delusions. And
Yeah.
I mean, at least paranoia schizophrenia.
Unless he would be having like hallucinations and then his memory would black out, but it doesn't seem like that.
DID is where you
Yeah,
have the
where
straight
you
up
black out.
blackouts
Yeah.
because there's two personalities.
Which
there.
seems that's what Ethan seems to have.
To 9.
If he had it, I wouldn't even say he has that.
No.
I really think it's just PTSD or
And,
anxiety-induced blackouts.
Yeah. You know, or some kind of damage hasn't been caught.
Because
Something.
or physical damage that they should have caught.
Okay.
Because straight up, while I don't know if blackouts are a possible symptom of a panic attack, I do know that out-of-body experiences are. They're a less common version, but it is a very real thing you can get having a panic attack.
Oh yeah.
And considering both, at least one of the times when he's blacked out, I would say that's a possibility they should have looked at.
Yeah.
That he was having a panic attack.
Which would make a lot of sense. Are you prepared to show courage to save your son? Joe's Garage and Parking Lot 4988, Roosevelt Avenue, Lexington. I'm so glad we got this one, because I have a story to tell along with this. Let's see.
Are you prepared to show your love as a father? Then allow me to tell you to kill this other father who loves his son.
Seriously, like, it's not even son, it's like he has kids. Like, plural.
It'd be one thing if they revealed later on, yeah, that father was abusive to the kids. But I don't think they ever do.
Help!
I mean, he deals
Dad.
drugs, but that doesn't immediately make him a bad father.
Yeah.
I'm so cold. Dad! Dad!
Man, Shelby, how did you program this phone? Why haven't any of the people turned this into the police? Like, yeah, search who bought this.
Seriously.
That's not like shoes where they're like sent
mean,
a bunch of places. Those have like specific things.
And the bodies were all found roughly the same area, right? Like
Yeah.
the same wasteland area, so they'd probably be able to identify it.
I'm gonna put this under here. Why would you put that in full view of the window? Seems kind of weird. This is a really weird motel. Well, kinda. We're back with Jaden. join Kim in the snacking. I need it. VIP.
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He doesn't act on impulse, but plans his crimes in a very meticulous fashion. He doesn't have anything personal against the victims. That's why he covers their faces with mud, to make them anonymous.
Why does he kill them if he doesn't have anything against them?
For him, they're more of an image, a symbol. That's probably why he gives them an origami figure and an orchid as gifts to apologize for what he's done to them.
Very interesting. And where does all that get us?
Calm or
Calm.
aggressive. Yeah.
The best way of tracking a predator is to be familiar with his behavior.
That may be true in novels, but there's a child's life at stake
It's
here.
not just true in novels,
Continue,
you
Jaden.
dipshit!
Rainfall or Geo?
Rainfall.
One detail attracted my attention. The interval between the time when a victim disappears and the time when the body is found ranges from 3 to 5 days. But the rainfall is always at 6 inches, give or take 10%.
What on earth does that mean?
All the victims were drowned in rainwater. The
There
killer
has to be
kills
enough
only in the
rainwater to
fall
do
when there
that.
is plenty of rain. It could be that he puts them in some sort of well or tank that is open to the skies and that fills up with rainwater. The more it rains, the less time the victim has to live. Then I studied the geographical
his eyes.
distribution of the murders.
They're an interesting
Generally,
color.
a killer commits his first murder near to where he lives, so he has a safe place to flee to if any complications arise. The more confident he becomes, the further he roams from his base. By analyzing the locations where the victims disappeared, I was able to isolate a zone where the killer might live.
And what size is this, zone?
For the moment, about 10 square miles.
Oh,
Well, that's
great.
not bad,
Must be
considering the
10,000
city
people
must be
live in
huge.
that sort of area. You gonna question them one by one?
Says the people who question
We
3,500!
can
Like,
then
did you
cross-check
just
it
go
with
on the
our
screen?
list of
Hi, do
suspects
you know
and
about the
identify
origami killer?
So what's next?
There are 2 suspects whose psychological profile might fit and can be connected to the comfort zone. I'd like to question them.
Ah, damn it. We're wasting our time with this bullshit. The killer's out there somewhere. We gotta get off our asses.
You know
and
my
find
problem
him.
with this guy?
Reason or go?
Reason.
The killer is no
your
ordinary
problem?
murderer.
He feels like a
He is
straw man to
intelligent,
me.
organized, and methodical. You won't find him by
Yeah.
patrolling the streets.
Because
Tell me, Agent
every
Jaden, did you
argument
get
he
your
brings
vast
up are
experience
very,
on the
very
job, or did you just fucking read
simple
about it
and
in
very
some
easy
Yeah.
to
book?
tear down.
Calm down.
Calm down.
I came here to find a killer. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. With or without your help.
Fucking asshole!
That's enough.
Wow, that escalated quickly. Just,
You
no,
said it
I'm
took
here to catch
6
a killer.
inches of rainfall before the victim died.
That's Blake.
And Brick, did
How
you ever
much
try
time
to
do
do
we have
there?
If the weather forecasts are right, less than 72 hours.
So shut up, Blake.
But yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like, everything Blake's bringing up,
It's super easy
very
to tear
easy.
down.
Yeah. Where he's saying, okay, well, psychology only ever works in novels with these, and yet
It's like, the fuck? No.
that's normally what the higher end forensics also deal with, is the psychology of the person.
Yeah, so it's like, you're
No
not
answer.
doing it.
We're
We're
You're
talking
not
about how
making a good
bullshit
argument.
the geoprofiling is, and you can just think it's
Maybe
like,
we should have a
no,
little
it's
look
not.
inside anyway.
It's really
There's nobody
not.
home.
Sign number 2.
There is
Well,
now.
sign number 50 million, really. That Blake
I'm
is
not
an
sure
asshole.
that's entirely legal.
It's not.
Call the cops.
Bahaha.
It's super illegal. You need a warrant to search the house.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go in. I'd just call the department like, hey guys, Blake's going fucking nuts.
Yeah, because,
Yeah. We
Looks
could
like
now
Nathaniel
be in
Wilson
while
was
you
a
might not
pretty religious
necessarily... I mean, while they might pardon
He's a
it because the
God-fearing
cops
idiot,
are,
waiting for
you know,
the end
yeah.
of the world.
especially in certain
Question a
areas,
few
and I wouldn't be
months
surprised if
back
this is
because
one of
it
those
was causing
areas.
disturbance
But
in the park.
if nothing else, it makes the
ranting,
cops look
raving.
worse. They will be less likely to go to crimes, and it inevitably makes the cops' jobs
Had this
harder.
idea in his sick
Which
little head
this
that I
will.
was the Antichrist. I'd come to Earth to persecute him.
You know what? I don't blame him for thinking that. You're
Really?
kind of an asshole, Blake.
He's a straw man. At least I would say so. He
Yeah.
really, the more I'm thinking about it, the more he feels like that to me.
Yeah, and he's also someone for you to not like because he's like, meh.
I don't think there's any likable qualities about him.
There really isn't. The only thing that I could think of, maybe, and this is a stretch, is that he does want to get the job done and he does want to help and solve the case, but he's going about it entirely
But doesn't
the
he
wrong
only
way.
really want to solve the case because the reporters are starting to get on his ass about it?
Probably.
Did he say something like that? Like he wants to get it done ASAP because the reporters are asking for a killer?
He might have, yeah. Which, fucking assholey. Tons of pill bottles. Tons. Is there anything else in here? That seems like a really weird spot for a chair. Okay. Obviously, this guy does not clean up after himself. Which, I mean, he looks pretty nuts, so... I looked at everything, game! Can we progress?
Maybe they should have let you check some of the fucking books.
Yeah, like, I can look at that.
You can look at the Bible. I'd actually be curious just how many different variations of the Bible he might have.
It looks like a lot.
I hope he's got like some fucking Bible misprints. 'Cause that's what I love in Good Omens.
covered with writing.
Aziraphale specifically likes to
Quotations from
collect
Bible.
misprints.
He's like, hey, look at this shit.
One of them that he did himself because while they were making some copy of the Bible, apparently like the 1500s, you know, this fictional one, it doesn't actually exist. He
Yeah.
went and added a bunch of shit to it.
He's like, hehehe.
The parts
Oh.
he added were basically about how he got away giving his flaming sword to Adam and Eve, and then it's like,
timing,
and then God
Nathaniel.
asked,
Just the
and
man
lo,
we're looking for."
where is the flaming sword I gave thee?
ministers of
And
Christ
the
defense.
angel said, I don't know, I must have misplaced
How many
it.
did Nom and
And
Jaden
the
FBI?
Lord did not ask
to ask
again.
you a
That's great.
Because
Also,
God is my witness.
this
I
guy
haven't
looks
done anything.
reasonably unhealthy
innocent.
for how he's
Relax.
obviously living.
Nobody's accusing you of anything. We just want to talk.
Maybe he's a tweaker.
Why all the crucifixes? You afraid of something?
He points at Blake. That fucking
The hour
guy!
is nigh, and the wrath of God shall strike men down. I am preparing for the end of the world.
Alibi?
Nathaniel,
Don't ask for the
do you
arrest.
remember where
No,
you were
I'm not
last
gonna fucking
Tuesday
do that.
At 4:30 p.m.
Here,
Because this guy literally had,
I
like,
was
Blake
here.
just
I was
literally doesn't
praying
like this guy.
all
That's
day.
it. He was a
there
suspect,
anybody
but
with you?
Blake just straight up doesn't like him. That's
Yeah,
the
like
only
I said,
reason why we're
Blake
here.
is a
No,
cop
I was
straw man.
alone.
He really is.
He is there, I would
Where do you
say,
work,
to some
Nathaniel?
degree, just to make
You
Norman
have a
Jaden
job?
look better. By
Yeah.
comparison.
Sole
Yeah.
occupation is praying.
Which normally
to
is
the
a sign of bad
all-merciful
writing
Lord
when you need
for the
that much of-
salvation of humanity.
Okay, now having a character
What about
who's
the
set
voices,
off to be
Nathaniel?
kind of like a
Do you still
counterpart to
hear
someone
the
else
voices?
is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
When you do that in nothing more than an
We know
effort
who
to show,
talks to you,
look
don't
how
we,
good this
Nathaniel?
character
We both
is.
know who
That's
talks
when
to
it
you.
becomes bad.
Yeah.
Especially since there is nothing good about Blake.
That name.
Maybe Blake knows what he's doing after all.
What does he say to you, Nathaniel?
I can't talk.
I gotta stop Blake. He's going too far.
about it.
That was fast.
Yeah.
He orders you
I've got
to,
to
go
do
and find
something.
New prey, doesn't he? He needs
What's
more
Blake looking
and
for?
more.
Why is he pushing him over the edge?
Do you have to go through all
What's
of
he
these
doing?
before you can
Why
intervene?
is he
No, I
provoking
could
him like
intervene
that?
at any moment. I
bring
just
him
choose
here.
not to.
Shit! Blake is totally out of his mind.
Blake,
allow me
what
to
are you
continue to
doing
do nothing.
all night long? You wanted
I
them
guess
to
Blake's
stop,
trying to break him,
didn't
but
you,
what good is a
Nathaniel?
confession if he does?
Stop! Stop! That's enough!
Better just stand
You
down.
obeyed them. to
That's
make them
enough.
stop.
Leave
you
him
took that boy
alone.
with you and you drowned him. Isn't
Curtis,
that right?
shit!
Are you out of your mind?
No! Stop! Stop!
You killed them, didn't you, Nathaniel? Are you gonna confess, you bastard?
Whoa! Okay. You need to stop, sir. Okay, are you really surprised at
down
this?
the
'Cause
gun,
I'm
Nathaniel.
not.
Send you to your father in hell.
Really, Blake? Look at his surprised face, like,
the
oh
son of
shit, he has a gun.
He was sent to Earth to destroy us.
For Christ's sakes, shoot!
Now I'm kind of on the side of the crazy guy here.
You're
Psychology.
not gonna kill the Antichrist with a revolver, Nathaniel. He's much too powerful.
Yes.
I like that.
Gun out of my face.
I like that. Calm
Keep
down.
calm. Everything is gonna be fine, Nathaniel.
Team, I'll
Man,
regret confronting the emissary of the Lord.
even
You
this, I
shall
don't know, is
know
it just weird as the
divine
soundtrack?
power.
Because now I'm actually trying to pay attention to it. Sound
Concentrate
bored.
on my voice, Nathaniel.
It does.
Listen only
No,
to
the
my
soundtrack
voice.
absolutely sounds
how
bored
powerful.
with itself.
Especially because
Defend us
it
in our battle with
built
the forces of
way
evil.
before the fucking climax. That
May
should have
God
built
Almighty
right before
manifest the power
he
of His
shot or he
empire,
dropped
and
it.
may
Uh-huh.
divine power
And it's just
grasp
rebuilding.
the
Uh-huh.
birds that prowl the world in search of souls into the darkest depths of hell.
Now gently put the gun down on the floor. Back away, slowly.
I'm not shooting this guy. That's an asshole move. See? See? Everything's cool. I'm trying to be a cool
Now
guy
drop
in
the
this
gun.
run.
Drop it, Nathaniel.
Trying to do the cool guy thing.
Are we cool, honey buns?
There we go. See? Thank you. Hands up.
Put your hands on your head.
Thank you. You're already much easier to get
around.
along with than Blake. And you're nuts.
Motherfucker.
It's a cross,
In the
dude.
name of the Lord, I exorcise
Hence
thee,
why that
Satan.
seems like a
Eat
moment
first,
when you
Satine.
would, yeah, that's when you would
Okay,
actually
freak, the show's
like a cop
over. You're
might
under
shoot
arrest.
him, but I'm not gonna shoot this guy. He's just nuts.
He already put the gun down unless he's
Pretty
keeping
damn
another
cool
like
under
mini
the
pistol in his
circumstances.
pocket.
I
Which
would've
would
just
seem
shot him.
really, really
A
strange.
gun isn't the answer to every problem, Blake.
Phew, did not
But
kill
see
him.
what I mean?
Maybe
Like they're
not.
kind of set. It,
Most of
to
the
me, it
time
feels
it
like they
helps.
set Blake up to show this is how good a person Norman Jayden is.
Really, they did.
And they could have easily, you know, if he actually went with that thing of who's truly right and who's truly wrong. But is there anything Norman Jayden does that is truly considered, you know, that you could argue is an immoral action?
Only if you make him do it. Literally, only if you make him do it. Because you can't like he doesn't.
But he's never forced by the
No.
plot.
He's never forced
aside
by the
from
plot.
a few times where he has to take trypticane. Because okay, Ethan is forced by the plot to do bad things unless you really want to fuck up, and even then, you can. Isn't it like you can still get to the very end? It's just much harder. Scott
Yeah.
Shelby is forced by the plot. He's the villain.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
I
a
think
choice
even
in
Madison is forced by the plot to do stupid shit or do
Oh.
bad shit.
Oh God, is she ever?
Norman is never forced by the plot.
No, he's supposed to be the cool guy. He's supposed to be the good guy.